I have right here a teleprompter from Neewer. This is the X11 model. So it has an 11-inch mirror and a 9-inch built-in screen. You probably know what a teleprompter is. It has a screen and it has a mirror. You position the camera directly behind the two-way mirror and look straight into the lens. This way you can see the text or the image from the screen, which is being reflected by the mirror. Consequently, you can easily read your script or see other important information. For instance, you can monitor the live chat during a streaming session while maintaining eye contact. And let's see what they say about this device on the box. Neewer, the exact same company. That makes the lights. Teleprompter with built-in TM8 monitor. App control. HD display. PC and Mac control. X11, the name of this model. This is what it looks like. On the back, there is more information. Model X11, made in China. Safety warnings, certificates, and relevant product information. There is a QR code for their website and for their TikTok, as well as their physical address, dimensions, email address, and other necessary details for the consumer. So let's unbox it. Instruction manual. Warning, here we have a note. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Silica gel, cleaning cloth for the screen, USB-C to USB-C cable, camera mount, some mounting piece, and another piece. And here's an interesting cable on one end. Inside we have a mini HDMI connector with two different types of cables. They both go through this box. One cable goes to the USB-C end, and the other cable goes through this box to a standard USB-A 3.0 port. So it is quite an interesting cable setup, and that is everything included in the box. We also have several mounting pieces and some instructional papers to help mount everything. And a useful feature is that this screen should also work just like a regular screen, so we don't have to use it only as a teleprompter. There are times when we need a portable secondary screen, and we should be able to use it just like a standard extended monitor for Windows or for a Mac, and probably also for a smartphone. So it's a useful feature that we can detach just the screen and use it separately, and it has two mounting holes, one bigger, one smaller, depending on where you want to mount it. We have a protective film on the screen here. We have a control, a mini HDMI port, and two USB-C ports. Because if you are using an HDMI cable, you need power, so you have to plug in a USB-C cable for power. But if you are using only a USB-C cable, it should likely be able to deliver both the image and the power through a single connection cable, provided that your PC or mobile device supports image transfer via USB-C. This is the main part with this mirror, and right here is the specific place for mounting the camera. We can easily rotate this part to make this window significantly smaller. With this Velcro for mounting, there is also Velcro around this mounting area. Here we also have two mounting pieces on top. So if you want to mount a microphone or an additional light, here are the standard mounting pieces. And here we have, again, a smaller and a bigger screw, depending on where you want to screw it in, and the button to change the angle. We can fold it up for storage and easily unfold it for use. Another piece is this specific component right here. I think I should consult the instruction manual to be absolutely sure what it is. And here we have mountings for the cameras, with the second part of the workflows and some other mounting hardware. I will definitely check the manual to see how to use them correctly. Let's start by reading this note. Plug the two connectors at the end of the data cable into the HDMI and Type-C ports respectively, and the other end into the computer. So this is the basic information regarding this cable. So we need to connect the micro HDMI and Type-C to the screen and the USB-A into your computer. Step 2. A driver will pop up on your computer. Double-click to open the driver folder and install it according to your operating system. So this device should appear as a folder, and we have drivers for both PC and Mac. And step 3. After installation, the computer will automatically restart. Then reconnect the cable to the computer to complete the setup. So that's a brief instruction, and now let's look at the full instructions. Copyright version control. we have a list of the parts and we have the names of the parts. So the first item is a hood for the camera, second is a quick release blade, third is a gimbal for the beam splitter, fourth is the angle adjustment button, and fifth is the monitor mounting slot. In many languages, here you have the controls: 6, image adjustment, DEL, 7, HDMI port, 8, Type-C port. And on the other side, we have the contact and the declaration. So looking closely at this image, let's go ahead and mount it. This piece should be connected right here, so we can carefully place it and move it down. We're now one step closer and we can easily adjust the final position of the camera. And right here on the side, we have a sliding button that you can move upward, and right here in this position, you can press it to release this quick release camera mount from the base. Once you are done, you can simply put it back into place to lock it securely, and then you will see that it is fully locked and ready for use. You probably use this piece when the mounting screw on our camera isn't centered. So we will probably go ahead and screw it in right here at this spot, and then we can carefully move this screw back and forth so that our camera lens is perfectly centered within this device. Once that is set, we have this protective hood that we can easily attach right here, and then we will simply close it securely all the way around the lens to keep everything in place. So no additional light will reach the lens. All the light comes from the front, so we don't get any reflections from the sides. And we also have this mount, which to me looks like a mount for a smartphone. So if you don't want to mount the camera using this screw mount, you can put your smartphone in here instead. We have two adjustable screws so we can adjust the camera higher or lower, and you can securely attach it right here in this spot. And with a smartphone, you probably want to use this specific attachment piece to let in as little light as possible. And on the front we can, and this display screen right over here, we have points and dots to help align it. And at the bottom we have a button to release the screen, because now it is locked and it's that simple. We have an image on the screen, any image you want, probably some text, but the text has to be mirrored to appear correctly to our eyes because it will be reflected by this mirror. Maybe this device has a built-in option to mirror the image. I will definitely make sure to check that out very soon. And we can clearly see the image from the screen in front of the camera, but the camera itself won't be able to see this screen. Maybe in some highly unusual or unfortunate circumstances that could be possible. The camera might see something if you had a really bright image in a dark room or something along those lines. I'm not saying it's impossible for the camera to see anything, but under normal circumstances, the camera shouldn't see the image from the screen. But let's connect it to the computer and see if the screen works. Let's first try this USB-C cable to see if it works, using only it without the HDMI after plugging it in. I can immediately see my laptop's screen on this display, without having to do anything else at all. And I can see very clearly that the image is mirrored. You can see directly for yourself that this image is mirrored. But if you want to see the reflection in the mirror, let's try blocking the light from the back. You can see the image normally. Right now there's still this protective film on the mirror and on the screen. So the image quality is a little bit worse than it will be once I remove the protection. But I don't want to get it dirty while showing you everything. But as you can see, by default, the screen is mirrored on this display. But when I press this button, you can see the image is mirrored. But when I press the button, the image appears normal. So depending on whether you want to use the screen as a teleprompter or independently, you can switch between the mirrored and normal modes. And we can also adjust the brightness using the same button by moving it up and down. So the screen is bright enough for us to clearly see the text, but not overly bright, so that the camera starts to pick something up, and that's all the controls, so we can mirror it and adjust the brightness. We don't need anything more. Let's try the second cable. Let's connect the USB-A to the laptop and the HDMI and USB-C to the screen. And as the manual said, I can see this device as a folder, and there is a driver to install. So let's install this driver and see if it works. And not only can I see files for Windows and Mac, but I can also see a file for Android, so there's an APK in this folder as well. And let's go ahead and restart the computer system, then disconnect the cable after the restart and securely plug it back into the port. And let's open up this driver, Win USB display, and you can see that it is working perfectly now. And we can also flip the image in 4 different screen orientations by connecting those 2 cables from this single USB-A cable. But I actually want to try one more thing. What if we can send the image using a standard HDMI cable as a power source? Let's use a power bank to make sure there's no data coming from the computer, and let's connect the HDMI cable from the computer. And again, we have the image, so we can also use a normal HDMI cable with a mini HDMI on this side. We can use a direct USB-C to USB-C connection if our computer supports it, or we can use this special cable, USB-A to mini HDMI and USB-C from a single USB-A port. So depending on your situation, you can choose the best solution for you. So let's do some sample recording using this teleprompter. I will use the single USB-C cable option, but I will connect a longer cable so it will be easier for me. For the test, let's use a smartphone as a camera so I don't have to disassemble my current recording setup. While I'm recording this video, it will be much simpler for me to just put in the smartphone. So let's use this specific mounting piece. My smartphone is a little bit too big. Unfortunately, it cannot fully fit in this slot. Let's use a smaller smartphone, close it up. Then mount the camera and very carefully remove the protective cover. This isn't a perfect setup, it's just a quick test to see how it works and how it looks. I should use a better tripod and it should be positioned a bit further away from me, but this is just a quick test to see how it looks. When I'm reading text from it, you should also carefully prepare your text in advance so you can read it correctly. I'll improvise, so my reading might not be perfect, but for you, just see if you can tell from the text that I'm reading. The Neewer X11 is an 11-inch professional teleprompter with an HD beam splitter glass, offering 75% light transmission for clear, ghost-free reading up to 2.5 meters. It features a built-in 9-inch monitor with plug-and-play screen mirroring, no app required, and can also function as a second display for Windows and macOS. It can display live chat or scripts with an adjustable mode and includes an archetype quick release plate. It offers wide compatibility with cameras, webcams and smartphones, plus quick assembly, dual cold shoe mounts and multiple mounting options. The X11 is ideal for live streaming, video recording, online meetings, teaching and presentations. It probably wasn't perfect, but that's not an issue with the teleprompter. I just wasn't using it properly and I don't have much practice reading scripts, but it was just a demo. You could see exactly what the sample video recording looks like, and this is precisely what I saw. The screen was constantly moving, probably because it was just too close to me, so I guess you could clearly see my eyes moving left and right. However, if it were positioned further away, my eyes would move much less and it would look significantly more natural. And I can just detach the smartphone and put this on, and it's locked on top, and I can unscrew the smartphone. So, it's a well-designed device that's useful if you're recording videos, live streaming, or giving presentations. You can see whatever you put on the screen, because this is just a regular screen. The important part is this special mirror that reflects the image. But this is just a screen. You can put anything you want on it, and you can take it out and use it just as a screen. A normal smart portable screen, or when you put it inside, you have a teleprompter with a built-in screen. So it's a useful, well-designed portable teleprompter that's handy in many situations. And that's all for today. Like, subscribe and be nice.